Effective measures and successful strategies against labor and human rights exploitation by multinational corporations are urgently needed, as a review of their global power and the necessity for accountability reveals that multinational corporations (MNCs) possess economic strength, often exceeding the gross domestic product (GDP) of developing countries, enabling them to exert disproportionate influence over governments, labor markets, and human rights systems. For instance, 51 of the world's 100 largest economies consist solely of corporations, demonstrating the immense power these entities hold to exploit weak regulatory systems. In Asia, Africa, and Latin America, MNCs have been found complicit in unsafe working conditions, wage suppression, environmental destruction, and systematic human rights violations, atrocities that can only be remedied through a comprehensive global strategy involving legal, financial, social, and technological measures to hold corporations truly accountable. Strengthening legal and regulatory frameworks globally is a fundamental prerequisite to bringing MNCs in line with international labor and human rights standards. With international agreements such as the International Labour Organization ILO Conventions 138 and 182, and the UN Guiding Principles on Business and Human Rights (UNGPs), 2011 providing a framework for global accountability. A 2024 UN report urged member states to incorporate UNGPs into national laws, particularly in countries with high human rights abuses like Bangladesh and Mexico. While in 2025, experts proposed an international corporate accountability tribunal to adjudicate environmental and labor violations and impose penalties such as fines or trade sanctions. Past examples such as lawsuits against Nike in Indonesia in the 1990s and legal actions against Apple suppliers in China from 2012 to 2016 testify that legal accountability can be an effective driver of corporate reform. National laws like Germany's Supply Chain Due Diligence Act 2023, France's Duty of Vigilance Law 2017, and India's Industrial Relations Code 2020 further strengthen the enforcement of workers' rights, especially in factories employing Bengali, Javanese, and Rohingya workers. Transparency, reporting, and increased corporate accountability are key to preventing corporations from hiding oppression and exploitation, providing oversight opportunities for the public, investors, and civil society. Under EU directives like the Non-Financial Reporting Directive 2014 and Corporate Sustainability Due Diligence Directive 2024, MNCs are mandated to publish detailed reports on labor conditions, slavery concerns, and wage violations, while independent bodies like the Clean Clothes Campaign and Human Rights Watch conduct autonomous audits of supply chain factories, such as the 2020 audit of H&M factories in Bangladesh, which revealed discrimination against women and low wages affecting mostly Bengali and Rohingya workers. Similarly, global laws inspired by the U.S. Lobbying Disclosure Act, capping annual lobbying expenses at $10 million, could limit corporate influence and equalize policymaking. Given that U.S. companies spent $4.26 billion on lobbying in 2023, skewing government policies toward corporate interests, empowering workers, communities, and ethical supply chains is a core pillar of corporate accountability. The Bangladesh Garment Workers Union, with support from the Awami League government in 2018, ensured wage increases for over 150,000 Bengali and ethnic minority workers, while laws like the U.S. Dodd-Frank Act 2010 provide whistleblower protection for safe reporting of corporate violations.